Hello, and welcome to another magical stream of the Magic Hand Solo. Today we'll be live streaming. We're going to be reading, sorting, listing 1,000 plus cards. I have a package of many cards here. This is number 1. There's supposed to be 300 in there. Here's number 2. There's also supposed to be 300 in there. Here's number 3. There's also supposed to be 300 in there. And then here's a Tezzeret Pecron that I found this morning. So we're going to go through that really quick. Maybe not all of them, but maybe there's golds for sure. And then we'll find more if there's more to go through. But we have 1,000 plus cards to go through today. And I'm excited to see what came out of this. Now, these cards are a random mix. We don't know what's in them. No one does. But today we're gonna be playing around with those and see what happens. To begin with, let's go with the very first card, and we're going to switch to the closer camera, so you can see it better. All right, Timber Gorge. Now, focus. Make it a little bit better. Hope you guys are all doing well today. It's a very happy Monday today, and we're all here to have a good time and have fun. Life is good. Let's see what we got. So we have this card here. It is a dual land, and it's called Timber Gorge. So go ahead and get started. Timber Gorge. Land. Timber Gorge enters the battlefield tapped. Whoops. Timber Gorge. Land. Timber Gorge enters the battlefield tapped. Tap, add mountain or forest to your mana pool. Tazim's embrace is harsh, but for those who call it home, nothing else will do. All right. 1 down. Let's keep track somewhere, huh? Text. Cards. Yeah, there's the counter up there. We'll just leave it as a counter. Boom. 1 there. Let's post it. YouTube. Now this might get a little bit boring because I am going through these and posting these at the same time. So I'm sorry for the slowness. I know that no one's going to be too concerned about me taking my time here though, so I don't think it's a big deal. If you're bored, just come back and fast forward through all the fun parts because you know how that is. Timber Gorge. Now let's see, which set is this from? This is from the Oath of the Gatewatch set, just for those keeping track. Oh, oops, shoot, I need to do this part first. Orders. And if you're looking to get cards, these cards particularly will be listed on both Cardstream Pro as well as eBay. So you'll be able to pick these up either place. just so you know. Let's see if I can get these listed first. That way I don't have to do it again later. You know how that is. Don't want to do work twice. Let's see, scheduled. Cool. And how we look in here with the description. Okay. Let's go to this, unfortunately. Okay, so let's do this. Next. Okay. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's doing fine. Here we go. All right. And those dual lands are really helpful to have in any multicolored deck. So you're running red-green, you would love to have this. In fact, you know, I could possibly use this. I have a Gruul Turf right here, which, you know, very similar situation. You want to have those in your dual colors. Yeah, it's exactly 15 seconds. But yeah, it really helps to really helps to have a dual land if you have red and green, obviously. I mean, it just kind of makes sense. But like issues with it, it comes out tapped, right? If it comes out tapped, then it's slower. It takes more time to get out there and to play. All right, that's listed. Let's see. I'm going to now head and let's see, go here, Schwartz, edit, and then I can add Shopify. All right, now we're ready. I could paste this into YouTube. I'm trying to get this to a very easy system so I can just bang them out. Let's see, and then we'll buy this here. There. All right. Now I wonder. Wonder how you all are doing. I hope you guys are all doing great out there. I know that it's been cold recently. Brr, chillele outside. It's like negative degrees here. And I think that in a few days it might get warmer again, but who knows? Maybe it'll just be cold for the remainder of winter. I don't know. All right, got the timber gorge up. Did I really read the Gruel Truth once? I think I did. Gruel. No, I did not. Let's create it. Let's do Gruel Turf. Now I'm going to take the countdown just for the read. That way you don't have a number 2 on video forever. Here we go. Gruel Turf. Land. Gruel Turf enters the battlefield tapped. When Gruel Turf enters the battlefield, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Add a forest and a mountain. Now, Gruel Turf is really cool because not only is it a dual land, it has the 2 colors. It also has the well, it returns a land to your hand, which could be good or bad. If you have a tapped land that enters tapped, then it comes back tapped, right, in the next turn, which is bad. It can slow you down. But like if you bounce another land that has an effect on enter, that's great. And even this one, you can say put down another card that'll let you return the land to your hand, and then you can put this on the battlefield, and then you can kind of swap them, which is, you know, it kind of it gives you like a little cycle there, which could be helpful. But overall, when I've played Gruel Turf in the past, I'll put a land down first. Next turn, if you have something you can play for 1 mana, then you play the 1 mana thing, and then the following turn, you'll pull up the Gruel Turf after you've tapped the other land. So let's say turn 1, you have a forest, you play the forest, you put down your Land of War Elves, and then second turn, you play something else for 1, then you put down the Gruel Turf. Now you have the next turn another 2 land coming in, and then you put your forest or mountain back down, the basic, and you have 3 land turn 3 for no less cost. But now you have at least control over 2 lands, which is really nice. So it's a really cool card to have, whether or not you're playing. I mean, you got to be playing green red. Really is the trick. So we have the Gruel Turf here. This is coming out of the. Let's see which one is that? That's the no, this one. That's the set. That's the Commander 2019 set. Yeah. No, it's got a little dragon on that little thing. It's the Forgotten Realms Commander? No. It's the... yeah, I think it's Forgotten Realms. So, AFC. Let's see here. And again, I'm just creating these videos as we go along. Don't shoot the messenger. Just kidding. Gruel Turf, dual land. Pretty helpful to have that return land to hand, actually. I mean, there's some cases where it is helpful. I mean, sometimes it's just kind of like, oh no, I have to return a land. I don't know which, I don't have a land to return. Like, it's even worse if you have like a land that you have to return to your hand that will tap on entry. That's actually like the worst situation to have, you know what I mean? All Cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. Getting better at this. I know it. Anyway, if you like all these magic cards, please like and subscribe. Also, check out Cardstream for all your magic purchasing needs. I'm currently working on a beginning magic tutorial. I should have that out soon. I'm going to say this week. I meant to have it. I have it recorded. I need to put video to it, and then we're good. That'll be out soon. That way, you guys can learn how to play Magic if you haven't learned already. I assume that you guys all have such. Cool, cool, cool. And then let's just make sure the price is on eBay. Good to go. All right, got those 2 lands listed. Cheerio. Next up, more. What do you got? We should probably put these into appropriate piles. Where did I go? Oh boy. This is why we put it in appropriate piles. So here's a tin. Where's it? Let's put that to a dual land pile. Ah, we have 2 Tender Forges. All right. Next up. Here's what we're going to do. We'll show you. Zoom out for a second. Here's the Forges. Boom, boom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lands and just like little piles here to begin with, and we'll see how this goes. Don't worry about it so much. And we're on to 3. Gosh, already. Okay, there we go. Probably like to get a little more center. Tranquil Expanse. Land. Tranquil Expanse enters the battlefield tapped. Tapped out a forest or plains to your mana pool. Despite the chaos of the boil and the devastation of the Eldrazi, Zendikar is a world of breathtaking beauty. I would say so. I always wanted to visit Zendikar. Anyone with me on that one? Yeah. Yeah. Zendikar. This one is Tranquil Expanse. That's cool. This is actually the Oath of the Gatewatch as well. So Tranquil Expanse. Cool land. Forest or plains. Now, the cool thing about the Gruul Turf is it's great for Commander because it does give you 2 lands for the price of 1 tap, which is awesome. And the only real expense is the fact that you have to return another land to your hand, which isn't that big a deal if it's a basic land. And if you have something like a loot, which lets you put down more than 1 land per turn, you return the 1 land that you tapped already in that turn to your hand. Then you put down the Gruul Turf, you get that land back. Then you put the basic land back down. Now you have 3 lands, and loot costs 4, so that's around turn 4. Maybe 3 if you're lucky. Could be sooner. I mean, obviously there's a lot of cards that you can put down in the first beginning turns to speed up your ramp there, but those aren't really that important, I guess. Hope you guys are all warm, keeping warm out there. Actually, a lot of these eBay listings will be going up tomorrow, so you won't be able to get to them today, unfortunately. But tomorrow they'll be listed, and then they'll go on until Sunday. That'll be good. All right, so we have 2 of those. Those are only right now. There's a buy 3 get 1 free on Cardstream Pro. And if you're looking to buy or sell those cards, then let me know. If you want to sell your cards and you already have a pile of cards that you want to get rid of, send an email to sellmycards@cardstream.pro, and then we'll arrange for them to be shipped here, and we'll get those sold for you. And we'll give you 20%, which, I mean, we'll give you 80%. We'll only keep 20% for ourselves, which is far better than our competitors. So you definitely want to check out that. Let's see, put this in here. And we are ready to all right, next. What is next? What is next? What is next? All right, so we're through 4 cards now, because there's 2 of each of those. Here's the zoom out. You can see the cards that we've already gone through, keeping the dual lands together. Wonder what's up next. Oh, it's another Timber Gorge. Whoa, lots of dual lands. God. Okay. That's wonder. Oh my gosh, another Timber Gorge. 6. Another Timber Gorge. Oh my gosh, I thought they were all going to be Timber Gorges. Alright, so it looks like we can play standard, because we'd have 4 Timber Gorges. And plus 1, we actually have 5 Timber Gorges. That's exciting. 5, and then 2 of those. So we're up to 7 already. We've gone through 7 cards. 7 cards. Is anyone else having as much fun as I am? Oh yeah, you are. Especially since there's so many people in here. Okay, carrying on. These were the Timber Gorges. I think that whoever owns these cards, definitely has my heart, because I love Gruul. I love Green Red, and so far this is Green Red centric. Alrighty. Okay, we got something else. We got a non-dual land. Our first non-dual land. What do we have here? Murasa Ranger. Landfall. Uncommon. Alright, let's see. Whenever land enters your battlefield under your control, you may pay 4 mana. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Murasa Ranger. Ooh, +1/+1 counters are fun. That makes him a 5/5 with 4. Anytime you play a land, kind of expensive to pay 4, but you do get 2 counters. That's nice. That's I can't imagine that this is highly desirable card. Obviously, it's a common, but Human Warrior could be good in a Human Warrior deck or human deck as well. I have some cards that augment humans, and kind of just slots right in there. The only other thing is that, like, I know that it says human, but my golly, this art looks so much like an elf. If this ranger had like just a bow, it would become an elf. Really? And pointy ears. Gotta have the pointy ears. Murasa Ranger. 4 mana. Creature. Human Warrior. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 4 mana. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Murasa Ranger. If you are not prepared to fight, you're best prepared to die. 3/3. But if you get 2 +1/+1 counters on it, it becomes a 5/5. I don't know why I slip into that accent there. It's just something. It just happened. I think that we're gonna take all the bulk cards, and while we'll read them, we'll just put them off into a pile of its own. Green. We'll just call them green bulk. So this is green bulk. Green bulk. Starting pile. And then we go on to the next one. 9. Molten Nursery. Devoid. This card has no color. Kind of cool. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, Molten Nursery deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Now, that would go great in the 1 colorless precon that I know of. That's the one Zuludok. And, it kind of just fits that theme. I card has devoid. I think that the problem with this card for that deck is that unless you have something that lets you play the red, you won't be able to cast it in a colorless deck unless you have a mountain or some kind of add any color to your pools. So this card becomes really hard to play in a colorless deck unless it's colorless plus red, which we have I put together a blue-black deck, but that one doesn't really fulfill that need. So very interesting card. A bit not very useful really. So we're gonna let's put that in the red bulk. Red bulk. And I'm gonna grab a water really quick because I am getting thirsty. Oh my. Ooh. Okay, it's a little better. All right. Next. Scrapper Champion. Scrapper Champion. Ooh, double strike. Very cool. Card 10. Gotta move it over since we hit double digits. Let's put it. Oops. I can't remember. I know that it's hard to see in the upper middle. All right. Scrapper Champion. This comes from the Aether Revolt. Theory set. Scrapper Champion. 4 mana, creature, human artificier, double strike. When Scrapper Champion enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Yes, indeed. Alright, bulk. Oh. We have another Molten Nursery. Alright, 11. We're going to put the Molten Nursery together. That way they're kind of at the same time. We have another Tranquil Expanse. It's 12. Another Tranquil Expanse. 13. And another Tranquil. 14. So we have 5 Tranquil Expanses. All right, we are making progress. What's next? Another Tranquil Expanse? No. Oh. And 14. 15. Visions of Brutality. Enchantment, Aura, Devoid. This card has no color. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't block. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, its controller loses that much life. Pretty good for a control deck. An enchant on your opponents. Creatures. Remember, your enchants you keep in control of yourself. Its controller is the See, the way this is, I would see this creature deals damage, its controller loses that life. So you put it on an opponent's. I thought that the controller was yourself. The controller is the person that owns it, right? This is interesting. I thought that. Yeah, so you remain the controller. So whenever. This could be really good in a deck where if you lose. The way this is worded makes me think that you put this on an opponent's creature, and then when that opponent's creature does damage to you, then you lose that much life. Which yeah. Well, there might be a case where this is useful, and I think that in general this is a pretty interesting card. I don't know when you would play it. I'm sure there's a situation where it makes sense, and I would have to find out what that situation is, because it has probably everything to do with the not being able to block thing. But I mean, there's other cards that prevent cards from. This is like the worst. Like, I'd rather have any kind of like white exile or white like stasis net or something like that that just freezes a creature, rather than having this Visions of Brutality, which is pretty weak, I think, in my opinion, but it could be wrong. Anyway, Black Bolt. All right, so let's see. Now we're up to 15, 10 here. And we have 5 more here. We've got 2 Molten Nurseries, and then a Vision of Brutality and Scrap Machine. Let's see what's up next. A Blighted Gorge. Card 16. Ooh, this land does damage to someone if you sacrifice it. And for tap with mana. That's pretty good. Who doesn't like land that actually does something? And this is coming out of the Battle for Zendikar sets as well. Blighted Gorge. Just keep going through these. I guess this is not a desired blend or anything. So. I think that 5 mana for 2 damage is not actually that strong. Another Timber Gorge. 17. Hungry Flames. 18. Direct damage. Direct damage is great many times. Especially 3 damage. 3 damage is a good amount. Usually takes out low level. So great low level removal. Hungry Flames. Red Bulk. Phone needs a little break, so we might not be able to zoom out a little bit. Okay, Hungry Flames. Another Timber Gorge. A lot of dual lands. All right. Another 2 Timber Gorge. 9. 22. Okay. Tears of Valakut. Can't be countered by spells or abilities. That's nice. Tears of Valakut does 5 damage to target creature with flying. Only target creature. Only creatures with flying. So very specifically, kind of reduces its power. So it's okay, but probably not super valuable, but good and interactive. You saw it there. The Untethered Express. Ooh, look at that cool art. Looks like a little Triceratops with on a train. Triceratops. This looks like AI art before AI art was a thing. Untethered Express. Artifact vehicle. Trample whenever Untethered Express attacks. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Crew 1, 4/4. Rules and rails were made to be broken. Oh my gosh, it's on stairs. There's no rails. That's a cool design, actually. I like that. This is a colorless, so open on the colorless pile for now. Youthful Scholar, our first blue. 4 mana. When Youthful Scholar dies, draw 2 cards. Too dumb and you end up a Sibsig. Too smart and you end up a meal. Mediocrity is the key to a long life. That is a fact. Youthful Scholar, 4 mana. Creature, human, wizard. When Youthful Scholar dies, draw 2 cards. Too dumb and you end up being a sipsic. Too smart and you end up being a meal. Mediocrity is the key to a long life. Mogai. That's a 2015 card. Look at that. Now, I think that what I'm going to do is while I'll post some of these, I'm not going to post all of them because they're just not worth it. Because, you know, no one cares. So this one, no one cares, I don't think. Draw 2 cards when he dies. So. Four mana cost, kind of expensive for that. 4 mana cost. Well, I guess you get a creature, right? Get two creatures. Oh, another Timber Gorge. Okay, 23, 24. We're up to 24 now. Too many Timber Gorge. Another Timber Gorge. You know, if these had been dual lands from years before this, which we need to this. Oh, that's 25. I thought this was going to be another Timber Gorge. Not even kidding. Ooh, this would go in a good in a blue, green, blue, black, green, blue deck. Sultai Charm. I think it's pretty useful because it has multiple choices, multiple modes. That's nice. Sultai Charm. 3 mana. Instant. Choose one. Destroy target monocolored creature. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Destroy 2 cards and then discard a card. Strike, the theme says. Raise an empire with your ambition. Yes. If everyone had an empire, who would be the underlings? I like the art on this one. It's very pretty. Nice looking flames. Blue green. Gonna start a blue green deck. Huh. There's another charm. Mardu Charm. Deals 4 damage to target creature. Put 2/1/1 white warrior creature tokens onto the battlefield. The game first strike until end of turn. Put 2. Oh, I said that right. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards a card. White, red, black. Oh man, it's like getting 3 colors takes effort. That's why you need all the dual lands, but then you need a lot of dual lands to like really bring that. Encase in ice. 2 mana. Enchant or a flash. Enchant red or green creature. When Encase in Ice enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap until controller's untap step. It's probably okay against a blue or a red or green opponent. With the flash, you want to play this right before your opponent declares attackers, because afterwards it'll be too late. This is actually, I really like the ones that like will keep them topped until something happens to the enchant. So it actually is really useful against a lot of different creatures. And the thing about this one is enchant red or green creature. I mean, it's very limiting. The good news is it's only 2 mana. The bad news is it's like limited, very limited in what you can cast it onto. All right. Anyway, not time wasted on that one. Next. All right, January Timber Gorge. Hold on. We gotta. What is that? 27, 28. Okay. Maverick Thopterist. 29. We're our first Thopterist. Improvise. Improvise pretty cool. I like cards with improvise. It means you can tap your artifacts to cast this spell. Pretty cool. Red, blue, bulk. Thirteen, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 27, 28, 30, 31. Okay, we're at 31 now. All right, next. Still got a ton of cards to go through. Over here. I'm just actually going to go through the commons a little bit quicker because I'm getting a little bored with all the stuff. Pima, Aether Seer. Enters the battlefield, get energy, equal the greatest power among creatures you control. So if you have like a 10-10, you get 10 energy. Incubate 3. Target creature blocks this turn if able, so you can force your opponent into attack into blocking. Which pretty good. I mean, not even. No, it's alright. Hey, guess what? Another Timber Gorge. 3. Skyrider of X amount of cost. Enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counters on it for each mana spent to cast it. So let's say you have 3 mana of different colors, then you get the X. This is weird. So you pay 1 green, 1 blue, and then you can add like more colors. So green, blue, 2 minimum, so that's a 2/2. Then let's say you have all the colors. That's then 5. So at best you can get a 5/5 Skyrider of flying, which pretty weak. Pretty weak. But could be useful in a place, time, deck. Got another Vision Brutality. 3. Okay. Let's see. Let's whip through these really quick. We have 4 Fellpool Dragons. That puts us 37. Hexproof, Flying, Megamorph. Have a mana. Turn face up, +1/+1 creature counter on each other dragon control. And what we should do is we take these and we should do like a draft. let's see, so that's 4. Then we have, let's see, I got another 4 encased in ices, or another 3 encased in ices. So that's 40 now. We've already seen the encased in ice. Put it over here. 41. Actually, that's 40. Sorry. We have Simulger Scorn. Additional cost of Simulger Scorn. You may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 1 mana. There's 2 of those, so we're up to 42. Let's see, we have another Pima Aetherseer, 43. We have another Tears of Occult, 4. We have another Timber Gorge and 3 Tranquil Expanses. Tranquil Expanses. Timber Gorge. That's 8. Life Crafter's Gift. Instant +1/+1 on target creature, +1/+1 on each creature you control with +1/+1 counter. This I like. I would totally put this in my green red deck because it feels like it would go well in that. Actually, probably go well in a green counter deck as well. Because you put +1/+1 counter on target creature, then you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter. It's pretty good. Especially if you have a lot of +1/+1 counters all over the place. Not bad. I actually like that one. I would say that's one of the more fun ones in there. All right. Green bulk. We'll just flip it off to the side. Another Timber Gorge. So we're up to 50. Wealth Pass Engineer, 51. On your turn, target after creature gets control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And then we have 4. Dance of the Skywise. Until end of turn, target creature you control with blue dragon illusion, base power plus base power. Until end of turn, target creature you control becomes illusion with base power and toughness 4/4 and loses all abilities and gains flying. A super common card, but only coming out of the Dragon's attack. Let's carry on. We're up to 55 cards. We have 1 million to go. All right, let's whip through some of these commons. We got 2 Foulstrung Shrieks. Commons. Your opponent loses 1 life for each attacking creature you control. You gain that much life. Some more blacks to add on to there. We have, how many did I have those? 2. 2 up to 57. And then 4 Grave Purges. Putting a number of target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library. Draw a card. I mean, it's not into your hand, but it is certainly okay to have them on top of your deck. I don't think that that is a particularly great card to have, but it's okay. We have 2 more Visions of Brutality. So we'll put all the Visions of Brutality together. I have 4 of those. Kin Street Invocation, blue black, or black green. X. Black green Spirit Warrior creature tokens onto the battlefield. 65. We have Void Squall. Turn target own land permanent to its owner's hand. To 68. Another Vision's Brutality. Can you imagine playing Magic for a really long time and sending a bunch of Visions of Brutality? I guess it doesn't sound good. 70. Wanted Scoundrels. 70. My gut feeling is that these were picked through cards. And there's no, doesn't seem like there's any rares in it actually. There's supposed to be picked through. Okay. Okay, so we have Wanted Scoundrels. We have Savage Stomp. 71. Could be good for a dinosaur deck. You get to target a dinosaur. It costs 2 less if you target the dinosaur, that is. +1/+1 counter and then fight. So it'd be a 1. 71. I think I said 72. This is 72. Another Timber Gorge and Tranquil Expanse. 74. Got a lot of those. Makeshift Munitions. 75. Sacrifice something else, deals 1 damage. Similar Swarm. 76. 76. 77. Let's see. Another Tranquil Expanse. 4 Timber Gorges. 3 more Tranquil Expanses. I have a suspicion of that. Wait, where was it? So 82. Beginning to think that this is picked through because there are no golds, there's no mythics, there's a bunch of the same cards over and over again. This is somebody's garbage. No way, this is someone's personal collection. This is someone getting rid of bulk. All right. I'll try and think expanses. All right, here we go. We're just gonna go through all these comments because it's actually probably put these in the piles. Bolts, couple of those again. Brutality. Timber Gorge, Green Captain's Call, Return of Pirate. Visions of Brutality, Timber Gorge again, Tears of the Cold, Tears of the Cold. I think that this whole thing is a waste of time. Timber Gorge, Earth and Arms, Timber Gorge, Ironclad Revolution, Chief of the Edge. And on that note, I'm actually going to take a break for a minute to write a review for this guy. Because I'm beginning to realize that this is not exactly what we're looking for. Timber. Tears. Siege modification. Okay, I'm going to stop streaming for now. I'll be back. Thank you so much for listening. Bye. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. They took this over to the fucking store. They fucking ripped me off. This was sorted through. This was picked through. There's no way that this was a fucking thing. Nope. 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 No!
is struggling and hard. It is one of the prime targets they were grabbing cases of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I might
still live? Holy crap. Whoa. I didn't even know this was still going. I thought I stopped it earlier. Okay, so hello. Oh boy, I didn't even realize. Well, all good since no one's really watching. Okay, so here's what happened. Essentially, that's rude. Um, and not man screwed. Um, so I had gotten some cards from an auction site, which we'll go unnamed for now, depending on how they resolve this. From somebody who sold it. I am unaware of who actually sold it because I can't seem to look it up on the site. I was unable to actually reach out to them directly, so I was going through the website and we'll see what happens there. I will let you guys know. I'll have a full review of how the website works and all that. It's not eBay. It is not eBay. So, the cards that I was opening earlier today were real cards. They're all commons and uncommons, and the auction had listed it as a estate sale, unpicked and unsorted. When I was looking through them earlier, you guys saw a lot of duplicates, and I would say that because there were so many dual lands in it, that I started to become really suspicious of the what I'd buy, and so I went through all of 900 cards really quickly, and of those 900 cards, there were no rares and there were no mythics, and for that to happen with unsorted, unpicked through decks is very unusual. Like you would have random yellows, oranges, mythics and rares. So not seeing any of those made me very suspicious. And then I went back and I looked at the auction again and said unsorted, unpicked. But I'm 100% confident that what they did was they took it to a store and then they sold the rares and mythics of the collection, and then they exchanged them for lands, dual lands, and commons and uncommon cards because there were just so many duplicates too. I think that if you had bought that many decks, then you would certainly have come away with more rares and the other option is that maybe 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 it was unpicked, unsorted, but it just was all crap. Certainly a possibility. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on going. We have some other cards we can go through really quickly and add to our list anyway. This is the Eye of Ohurdak, which is pretty cool. I'll read this one. I actually like this card. It looks good. Plus, it's a mythic, as you can see. This is not from that collection. That collection is garbage. I mean, I guess it's possible that someone had that many, like, of the same cards, but it seemed like a store had gone through exchanged for better cards. Probably paid like a small amount. So rip off me. Okay, so I got ripped off, and it's not the first time. I actually had bought those fake cards off of off of the other store as well, so it was not eBay. eBay's actually been pretty good. eBay's been the best place to buy Magic cards outside of. No, yeah, actually, it's the best. eBay's been really good for buying singles in general. I haven't had too many issues. I think I only ever had one issue with eBay, and that was a playmat didn't arrive. Which, yeah, I mean, of all the things that went wrong, that was like just the one. I mean, I got all the cards. I got every single card that I ever ordered off there, so it's very nice. I have Ohertak. 3 mana. Artifact. Mythic. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap. I should probably say tap first, huh? Let's try again. I have Ohertak. 3 mana. Artifact. Mythic. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Craft 2 that exile. Craft with 2 that share a card type 6 mana. Craft. What is craft? 6 mana. Exile this artifact. Exile 2 from among permanents you control and or cards from your graveyard. Right, so you exile the artifact, you exile 2 from among the other permanents. You have to exile 2 other permanents that you control or cards from your graveyard. So probably want to get rid of the cards from the graveyard. Turn this card transformed under its owner's control. Craft only a sorcery. What is it transformed to? Apex Observatory. Apex Observatory enters the battlefield tapped. As it enters, choose a card type shared among 2 exiled cards used to craft it. So if you flip a card, I guess it is entering, right? Because you can't cast this side, it has to transform. Then, yeah, you have to craft it. Tap, the next spell you cast this turn of the chosen type can be cast without paying its mana. Now that's nice, being able to do that is good. Though they had never left the core, the old type knew the stars. It's this is actually 2. I have Ohertak, 3 mana, artifact, mythic. Add 1 mana of any color. Craft with 2 that share card type 6 mana. Transforms into Apex Observatory. Artifact. Apex Observatory enters the battlefield tapped. As it enters, choose a card type shared among 2 exiled cards used to craft it. Tap. The next spell you cast this turn of the chosen type can be cast without paying its mana cost. That's a cool outcome. Though they never left the core, the old technique of the stars. And you could tap it basically every single turn at that point, which is really powerful. So this is great after the first one. And if you have something that untaps artifacts, this would let you pay a ton of those cards with that chosen type. This is actually kind of a cool card. I like it. All right. Let's see. I'm going to post. I have ordered that. All right, that's up there for $1. $1.62. It's kind of cool that it taps and transforms. 3 colorless. Plus, you can put that out in the third turn, and you can tap it for 1 mana with any color. The only really negative part about it is getting to 6 mana before you can craft it, and then having to exile a couple of things from the graveyard or from your battlefield, which, I mean, obviously it's better to go from the graveyard. And it transforms into Apex Observatory. Okay. Hmm. Two, share, 6 mana. Right. Have a cool name. All right. Hmm. I'm sure you guys totally excited about me wasting all my, well, whatever, Craft into Apex Observatory. Spell. This turn. Chosen type can be cast without paying its mana cost. Yeah. All right, and that is posted. Kind of cool. Oh, let's go ahead and list. Cool. All right. Live. And then all right. Those will be posted soon, but they're up now. All right. Next up is just one. Okay. That is listed. Now let's have some fun. See this? This is Eldritch Moon. This pack was found this morning. Wow, it's dark. Look at that. Now these boosters are worth $10 a piece, so a little bit more than the $6 that you see today. But I feel like we should open it, right? We should go ahead and see what's in there. Especially since I just found it today. How cool is that? That's pretty. Let's do it. All right. The opening of Eldritch Moon. Let's get going. Tap. Well, I don't want to cut any of the cards here, so let's see. We can just give it a little flip there. Boom, open. All right. Start at the commons. Otherworldly Outburst. Target creature gets +1/+up. Let's get going. Brazen Wolves. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. I didn't see these actually. I don't know if I have played Eldritch Moon because this booster came out of one of the precons. So Primal Druid. Falcon Wrath Reaver. Steadfast Cathar, of course. Convolute. Counter target spell unless its controller pays for it. That's great. And draft. So good. Make Mischief. Oh, yes. Make Mischief's a fine card. Ruthless Disposal. Target creatures get -13, -13. Yowza. Crop Sigil. Ah, it's a crop circle. That's funny. What a funny plan. Words. Cool. Top card of your library into your graveyard. That's a nice mill card. Sack, turn. 4 more card types. Some cards. Pretty good. Delirium. Let's see what we got. Drown Yard Behemoth. Creature. Eldrazi Crab. Flash. Emerge. Hexproof. As long as it enters the battlefield this turn. Okay. Legendary Land. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Extractor of Sin. Sacrifice another permanent. You do 3/2. Eldrazi Horror. Beginning of your upkeep, there are 4 more card types among the cards in your graveyard. Transform Extractor of Sin. And then a Handwear Garrison. Whenever Handwear Garrison attacks, put 2/1/1 red human creature tokens onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Oh, this has meld. I'll do something. Oh, whoa, look at this. Legendary creature, Eldrazi Ooze. Trample Haste. Whenever Handwear the Writhing Township attacks, put 2/3/2 colorless Eldrazi creature tokens on the battlefield tap. Is this a misprint? Is this how this card looks? I feel like something is very odd here. Well, that'll be worth looking at. I think that actually maybe what it is actually, and now that I think of it, maybe this is the fun part of it, is that this is half the card, and then it creates another half of the card there. But you need the meld card. Meld with Handwear Battlement. So once this melds, then you would have the 2. That's my guess. And then it says here where the meld or double face cards in the library would be. So do we see Handwear Garrison there? We do. And then do we see the Writhing? Handwear Battlements. There it is on the bottom left. So, I guess that makes it like more like you'd want to get that one. And then we got a zombie token. Very cool, very cool zombie token. All right, that was fun. Gaia Reach Sanitarium, kind of cool. Each player draws a card, then discards a card. All are welcome. That's actually pretty good. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Legendary land. List mana to your pool. Tap 2. Each player draws a card, then discards a card. All good for control. Good for mill. Spell that. G-E-I-E-R. Sanitarium. And that is not fun. this one's coming out of the Eldritch Moon. So that's something. This is not a dual land. This is just a legendary. Cool. Gyre Reach Sanitarium. I wonder where all these names come from. Do they just randomly make up stuff, or how does that work? Wow, there's no way to add colorless. Clear, I guess. Funny. Save. Post. Okay. Next up. Let's find out more about this Handwear Garrison, which turns into an ooze. Eldritch Moon. All right. Get it straight right. Handwear Garrison. 3 mana. Creature, human soldier. Whenever Handwear Garrison attacks, put 2/1/1 red human creature tokens onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Melds with Handwear Battlements. We're ready for anything. 2/3. As it melds, it turns into the bottom half of a legendary Eldrazi Ooze, which I guess that's kind of cool. Boy, this is hard to read. Whenever Handwear the Raving Township attacks, put 2/3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror creature tokens onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. And this would merge with the other half of the battlement Handwear. So I would say that that would be something that you'd have to find. Okay. Let's see. So, gotta think about this for a second. What is this? Handwear. Create. Upload. Garrison. Particularly good for commander. Seems like it's okay. Eldritch Moon. Okay, we're almost there. Done listing this one. definitely not worth it to buy the whole pack for this guy. But just better to buy the card itself if anyone wanted this guy to begin with. I don't know. Like, if you don't have the battlements, does it make it worthwhile? I don't. If you can't meld him, he's kind of like 2/1/1 red creature tokens onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. I mean, it's like a much worse Krenko or something. So I mean, you much rather have Krenko in your pool, really. And that's all I gotta say about that. Let's go ahead and use this. Boom. I don't even know where to put this thing. I'll just put in card reads. And all right. Huzzah! Huzzah! We did that. Okay, well, that was exciting. It took a little bit of the edge off of the grand ripoff that I had dealt with earlier, so that's great. Lots of wrappings. We got a couple of good cards out of it that have been posted. So you can buy those if you like, including the eye. Let's see. We have. I should just save this for later. I'm looking for a dopamine hit, and that's what I'm getting out of it. We have a soldier of armor. What should we open at best? Let's see. All right, I have a few cards from Tezzeret's that we found today on Precon, which I guess we could go through those. Those are kind of fun. Let's go ahead and all right, so there's two of these. Tezzeret's Betrayal. Seems like a good control card. Search for a library, graveyard for a card named Tezzeret, a Master of Metal. There that guy is. I feel like these two cards should go together. Should probably be desired, if you will, together. Tezzeret's Betrayal. The Tezzeret. What is a Tezzeret? Is this guy a Tezzeret? All right. Tezzeret's Betrayal. 5 mana, 1 island, 1 swamp. Wow, I'm going really slow with this. I gotta do this again. Tezzeret's Betrayal. 5 mana, 1 island, 1 swamp. Sorcery. Destroy target creature. You may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Tezzeret, Master of Metal. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. If you search this library this way, shuffle it. Nice. You get search and you destroy. Let's see what Tezzeret, Master of Metal does. Tezzeret, Master of Metal. Planeswalker, Tezzeret. +1. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. It loses life equal to the number of artifacts you control. -8. Gain control of all artifacts and creatures target opponent controls. 5. Alright, that was cool. Got 2 out of that guy. Tezzeret, Master of Metal. And then might as well give this search card too. Tezzeret Betrayal. I was betrayed. I was betrayed. I was betrayed. Tezzeret. Master of Metal. Control and search. This Tezzeret actually good though. Running artifacts, so-so. Not very circumstantial. You know, depends on what you're doing. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything? I don't think so. That is why you're probably busy doing something else. But here I'm making another video. Sometimes I give myself the meeps. Meep, 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 meep. La 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 la. Tezzeret, Master of Metal. You know, he should be a part of a metal band, is what I think. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Aether Revolt. You know, there's a new Aether series coming up. Should be exciting to see. I think these came out of a pre-con, so that would actually explain like a lot about like their value in general. Let's see. Gonna list it. And then revise listing. You remember to send this out though. You'll also receive Rat's Betrayal. I guess I should put that in the title. Cool. Oh no, that's not how you spell betrayal. I feel betrayed by my spelling ability. Betray. Oh. So I should probably put the photo in there too. I think that blue-black is fun though, and the fact that there could be more blue-black, obviously. More blue-black cards out there. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I won't get a photo. Doesn't matter. Why is it? Listing. eBay. And we're done. All right. Carrying on. What is next? What is next? What is next? Okay, we need to come up with something. How about ooh, this is a pretty foil. Ooh, whoa, those colors really pop. The foil there. Oh, it's cool looking. Bristling Hydra, 4 mana. Creature Hydra. When Bristling enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy counters. Pay 3 energy counters. Put a +1/+1 counter on Bristling Hydra. Graves, it gains hexproof until end of turn. 4/3. Look how pretty those colors are. Oh, I love them on a foil. Bristling Hydra. I think that energy, like, it's just not that good of a. Not very many people use that. general. Even if the 3 energy here is good for like 1 turn. I mean, you can get energy somewhere else, but overall, I think that it was an okay play mechanic. Let's see, we got Boros Battle Shaper. He's pointing off into the distance. At the beginning of each combat, up to 1 target creature attacks or blocks this combat if able, and up to 1 creature can attack or block this combat. I think it's good in a situation, but for 7, that is super expensive. Not a very good card. Merchant's Dockhand. Artifact creature construct. 4 mana, tap X, untapped artifacts you control. Look at the top X cards of your library. Tap a bunch of artifacts to look through them. Put one of them on your hand, the rest in the bottom corner. Just kind of like a so-so search. Not quite as good as loot or anything. You don't even get to put them on the battlefield. It's just into your hand. It's nice to look ahead a little bit, but no, it's not a great card. I'm thinking that this Tezzeret deck was just, this precon was just not very solid. It's just so. Quick Smith's by. Of course, anything that comes out of a cheap precon probably. I mean, I think I got these like this precon specifically like 4 years ago, so it's not really worth much. I guess in terms of, it wasn't a very expensive deck. All right, that was fun. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? These. Hmm. Did I do the Commander's play already? Commander's Plate. Now, the Commander's Plate has been an amazing card. I've played this one a few times. Whenever I get it out, it is just like, oh wow, +3, +3, and then protection from each color that's not in your commander's color identity. I mean, that's strong. And then for only 1 mana cost to play on the battlefield, and then for another 3 to equip. It's really solid being able to get it out in either round. Opening hand, you can put it out if you have a land, and then what you should do not put more 2 in your opening hand. You might want 3 in general. 3 is great, but 2 is on the verge of too little. And 1 is definitely not enough land. You do not want to risk that. All right, so let's see. Did I already read this one? Though, is this one already in the plate? I don't think so. Okay, let's do it. Why not? This is non-foil. It's a non-foil version. Commander's Plate. 1 mana. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from each color that's not in your commander's color identity. Equip Commander 3. Equip 5. Armor changes, but Iron Man endures. On. I don't think that was right at all. Let's try it again. Commander's Plate. 1 mana. Artifact, equipment, mythic. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from each color that's not in your commander's color identity. Equip Commander 3. Equip 5. Armor changes, but Iron Man endures. I am Iron Man. Alright, so that'll be up for sale tomorrow. Iron Man. Now, I personally think they should have given this an alternative name. They should have called it Iron Man Suit, and that would have made more sense for me. However, they did not. So I think that it is. Yeah. I think it should be called Iron Man Suit. I don't know what they were thinking. It's not very hard to rename these things. It's just the setting. But I think that overall, this is a great card to have, and anytime I've had it in a deck, it's when it's come up, it's been really good. You ever realize, like, you ever have like a card just not come up, and you're like, wow, I've played this deck like 20 times, and I still haven't seen that card? That's like the worst. It's like, why did I even get that card? And then sometimes you get like a card, and you're like, wow, I get the card all the time, and I get to play it like every single time, and then someone's like, why do you keep on getting that card? And I'm just like, yeah, it was random, you know. Uh, yeah. Um, I'm setting all these to start tomorrow, and they'll end Sunday at 9 p.m. So if you're trying to buy these on eBay, you might not be able to pick up the thing for a few days. You might not be able to get it on eBay for a few days. However, um, that doesn't mean that it's not going to be there. It's just not up yet. And it will be tomorrow. So I think the protection's really cool. Wonder if you want to comment what you think about Marvel Secret Lair drop. I thought it was cool. I like it a lot. And, it was actually kind of a cool. It's cool to have like a mix of different things coming into Magic. I feel like sure you've got Chandra, you've got Tezzeret. They're kind of like um, they're kind of like what's the word I'm looking for here. I think it helps expand into different spaces. Cool. Execute commander plate. Cool, cool, cool. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, you can get that on there. Get it on eBay. Boom. There. Right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Next up. Hmm. Let's see. Well, here's some check. Now, I think I posted this already, so I need to double check the shorts. Tamashi? Tamashi? Huh? Nothing? Oh, I think I put it in. I had it in the blue black episode where I was searching for cards to put into the blue black deck. And in doing so, I found this guy, which. Hmm. He's okay. I do remember pulling that. Hmm. Seraphic Steed. Let's see. I actually created this video already, so don't need to do that again. I need to put it. All right. Oh, I'm making progress. All right. All right. Kinda. Rock should call. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. I think it's good in certain cases, but if it's generally that good of a card, it's okay. But you see how it's like doing this thing? There's a lot of foil to this, and you think that by the time that we've rolled into 2025, that they would have fixed this by now. Instead, it's like, let me just honestly, like, it's not the only one either. Look at this. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Like, what the heck? Look how rounded it becomes. Rounded these are. Jesus. Nothing even happening with them. It's just because of the. The foiling. Which is kind of funny. Indomitable Archangel. Archangel? Oof. Archangel. Indomitable. 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 Neon Dynasty. This would be good in an artifact deck, giving your artifacts Shroud. But whenever I've played with Shroud, I think like Shroud has really caused problems. Like you want to cast something on your own creatures, you can't. However, I mean, there's if you don't need to affect your own creatures, if you don't need to target your creatures, then Shroud is great. You're wrong Shroud at that point. Peace Walker Colossus. That's a cool name. I like it. This is gonna go again. 2 minutes. Tap another target creature you control becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. I think this art is good, but are there little people on top? Oh wow, there's little people on top of there. Right there. There's a little person. There's 3 little people. I think. I love the art on Magic cards. They're just so wonderful. Right then. Carrying on. What else do we got? We got a Solemn Simulacrum. You know, can't go wrong with this one. Solemn Simulacrum. 4 mana. Wait, did I do this card already? Do I already have this one? No. It's such a classic card. Might as well do it. Solemn Simulacrum. 4 mana. Artifact creature golem. When Solemn Simulacrum enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. When Solemn Simulacrum dies, you draw a card. 2/2. Classic card. And it's such a classic card that everyone has it, and it's in every single set has it apparently. Every single set. We'll talk about which sets have it. Actually, I'm gonna say that more sets have it than don't have it because this is crazy. There's let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 30 of them. What is it good for? Search for land. Which, I mean, it's not too bad, right? I mean, it's I think that it's a good card. In a way. Like it's essential in quotes. It seems to come with everything. It's an artifact that handles itself well in situations because 1, you get to search, and then 2, you get to draw when it dies, and you get a cheap little chump blocker to throw out there. So I mean, All those are positives, right? Those are all positive. So there you go. Let me guys just comment in the in the in the write a comment. If you want to see anything, if you want me to do anything, if you want me to open a booster, if you want to buy booster. If you want to buy some cards on Cardstream, go for it. I love it. I think that I've really enjoyed reading Magic cards, and you know, I guess I hope that this becomes a thing. It's already a thing now, but if I could do it the rest of my life, that'd be nice. Be having fun then. Solemn Zimmerkorb. Say things properly, then there you go. And the Solemn Simulacrum again will be on eBay tomorrow. But my guess is you already have one of these if you played Magic for any amount of time. Not that that matters. I mean, maybe you want another one. And if I'm over inundating everyone with videos, say my apologies. I probably should not be publishing all these things right now. I'll slow some down. All right, so we got that done. Got that done. I have a bunch of dragons that at some point I should list. Oh, you guys want to see one of my favorite cards? This is one of my favorite cards for especially Halana. This was a good counter card for counters. If you're gonna play a counter based deck, this is like so great for it. So he enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counters, and then those +1/+1 counters that it comes onto the battlefield with are equal to the number of +1/+1 counters you have from all the creatures you have. So let's say you have 12 +1/+1s on 3 different creatures. Then this guy comes into the battlefield with 12, making him like a 13/13 right away. And then at the beginning of the upkeep, he doubled the number of +1/+1 counters on Ascendant Acolyte. This card is awesome, and it has a really cool art. Look at that; it's got lotuses in the art. It's got a Buddhist. It's pretty freaking cool. I love this one. That being said, I pulled it out of that deck for the moment, and it is. I should put it back in. I think that I took it out because there was just so many cards that I was trying to put into that deck, and it was just one of the ones that I was like, whenever it comes out, it gets killed right away, right? So it's like, well, is it good to have? Of course, it's good to have. You're gonna use up the removal on it, which is a smart way to start. But yeah. But yeah, it's is it a good card? Eh. It's pretty good. You wanna know why? Because it doubles them counters every time. And if you have something like all is one, just does great. If you have a Halana, then it does great. And that being said, he'll be removed right away if you play him. So Ascendant Alkalite, 5 mana, creature, human monk. Ascendant Alkalite enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each +1/+1 counter among other creatures you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of +1/+1 counters on Ascendant Alkalite. Oh man, I should have read the flavor text. Ascendant Alkalite, 5 mana, creature, human monk. Ascendant Alkalite enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each +1/+1 counter among other creatures you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of +1/+1 counters on Ascendant Alkalite. Limits exist solely to test the will. 1/1, but it gets big quick. Now, if he comes in to the battlefield with no other creatures, then his problem, no other creatures with +1/+1 counters on. His problem then is that he's actually just a 1/1 and he's stuck as a 1/1 until you get counters on him. So one of the major problems with Ascendant Alkalite is he's weak when you play him after a board wipe. So this is, I think, one of the things that I remember was that he came on and he had like 9 counters on him, and then the next turn it was set to double and someone just removed him. So that was like the one time I got to play him, and that's kind of what happened. Ascendant Alkalite, human monk. Ascendant Alkalite enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter for each +1/+1 counter among other creatures you control. At the beginning of the upkeep, double the number of +1/+1 counters on Ascendant Alkalite. Did I do this? Let me just paste that one. Second +1. Ascendant Alcoholic. Jeez. Alkalite. Oh man, I started ready. Alkalite. Oh man, is that, did I say it right? Oh no. Someone's gonna tell me I said it wrong. Alkalite. Alcoholite. Oh man. Let's see. So I guess crazy with counters. Ah, too many. Would have been nice if this one had the borders. Um, Anyway, I've really liked him. Just in general, he was a fun. Creature human monk. Hmm. All right. Okay. What is next? What is next? Oof, my back is starting to hurt. All right. I'm gonna do a few more cards here. Then I'm gonna need a break because my back is starting to. You guys want to see one of my favorite dragons? Oh my gosh! Every time I see this guy, I just love having him um, out. But the only thing about him is that like some of these like some creatures you get more value out of because you know they're out there and then you can like the Bullhorn Dragon, right? He's really good because you can just keep him out there. You can exile top two cards and then you can play him. Atsushi is cool because at Sushi, the Blazing Sky, he comes out as a 4/4. He's got Flying Trample, legendary creature, Dragon Spirit. If you put counters on him, he does great. And then when he dies, you can exile the top two cards of your library until the end of the turn. You can play those two cards, and then if you don't want to do that, if you have some cards in your hand that you'd rather play, you can create 3 treasure tokens and use those right away. So this guy's actually pretty solid. I've always liked playing him, no matter like the situation, and he'll go into any dragon deck that I play in general. So go at Fushi. Oh, did I not read that? Okay, let's read it. Atsushi, the Blazing Sky. Legendary creature, Dragon Spirit. Flying Trample. When Atsushi, the Blazing Sky dies, choose one. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those 2 cards. Create 3 treasure tokens. 4/4. He also has a very pretty borderless card. Whoa. That is cool looking. The Neon Dynasty is cool too, but I don't think it's as cool as the extended art version. Man, I don't want the extended art version. comes out of the Neon Dynasty. I like the Neon Dynasty, even though, I mean, it's not like it's being played much anymore. I don't think people like care about it at this point, but I liked it at the time. That was 4 years ago. It was a fun little series there. Um, Dragon. And you could get him out with Dragonstorm. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Have we done the Guardian Hellkite? Garden Hellkite? Kind of expensive, boy. This is why you need Dragonstorm. Just put that thing onto the battlefield. Can you make Dragonstorm your commander? Let's see. Bogarden Hellkite. 8 mana, 2 red. Creature Dragon. Mythic. Flying, Flash. When Bogarden Hellkite enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. 5/5. What is a Bogarden? Now, for 8 cost, I mean, this is a very expensive card to try to play. Yeah, this is definitely a hard. Like, when would you play this? Like, you're gonna have to wait until you have 8 mana to get this out. You're gonna be dead by then. Unless you're playing Commander with a bunch of friends, which case you probably will live actually. To make it, you could probably live long enough to get it out, as long as they're not winning like 6th turn or something. Oops. I'm gonna go shop them up. I'm gonna go plant plants in my garden. Bogar. Heel cut. I think this came out of the D&D set too. But I need him to create a dragon deck. So, you know how sometimes you're like, I need a theme for my deck. That theme's gonna be very obvious. And that's gonna be dragons, of course. That's how you know you've made it. When you have enough dragons. All right. I'm gonna open this bumper deck. Wait, did I record opening that other deck? Oh, crud. I think I did. It's alright, I guess. It wasn't that exciting. Alright, let's do Bloomberg play booster just for the kicks. Opening a Bloomberg play booster. Sippy sip sip. Whoosh. Here it comes. What do we got? We have hello, stop draw. Oh, pretty planes. Look at the pretty planes. Let's get the better lighting. There we go. Pretty planes. Clement Worrywart. Oh, my God. I did the exciting ones first. Zoraline Cosmos. Caller. Oh, interesting. Legendary bat. And then we got To It, Sugar Coat, Hazel's Nocturne, Counter Response, Tempest Taint, Druid's Myth, World Spark Shooter, Side Dive Duel, Blood Charity, and Carrot Cake. Let them eat carrot cake. The foil I got was a common, and it was a long stock brawl. The Zoraline, Cosmos Caller, Clement Worrywart. Cool. like that plane. What do we got? Zoraline Cosmos Collar. So what is this thing? What do we see here? Is this a thing? Zoraline Cosmos Collar. It's a Cosmos Collar of the Cosmos. You know, I'm gonna say that we're all capable of calling it Cosmos, but I think that's specifically Zoraline's job here. Zoraline's, gets paid to do it. So that's what really separates the pros from the amateurs. Is Zoraline's actually a professional Cosmos Scholar. Now, is this the same as a psychic? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, look at its head. It's got a little orby thing around its head. I mean, doesn't that make it smart or something? I don't know. I say yes. I say that Zoraline is a psychic, and them psychic abilities are pretty cool. So Zoraline is up there in terms of something. But there it is. Zoraline. Um, Cosmos Caller. What about you control attacks? You may gain life. So it could be good in a bat deck. Zoraline Cosmos Caller. One planes, one swamp. Legendary creature, Bat Cleric. Flying Vigilance. Whenever a bat you control attacks, you gain 1 life. That means you can attack with Zoraline and gain 1 life and still have a blocker because you have Vigilance. Whenever Zoraline enters or attacks, you may pay 1 plane, 1 swamp, and 2 life. When you do, return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Finality counter means it goes after it dies. 3/3. Pretty decent for a bat deck. Mm. Cool, put together a bat deck just to make this guy. Um, Not bad. Maybe it'd be good at. I'd have to look at the other bat. I guess I actually don't know bats very well. I used to be into vampires. That was the thing. Vengeance. I really like Commander over. Batman, Batman, na 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 Batman, Batman. So we'll create a new playlist called Bats. And then we'll just do like a whole bat theme deck at some point. That'd be cool. About 3 o'clock. Time to chill. EBay. Oop. Mm-hmm. Clemento the Worry Wart. Now, I like this name. This is a pretty funny name, actually. Um, Clement the Worry Wart. How funny. Let's see what this is. This is worth. Clement the Worry Wart. 25 cents. Cool. Cool. Let me see legendary. Oh man, look at that extended art though. Oh, raised foils, dope. That'd be cool to draw. This would be good in a frogs deck. And I feel like anytime you have these, it's better if you have one of the cards that affects both bats and frogs, and possibly druids, of course. So that's probably a better way to go. But Clement, the Worry Wart, 3 mana, legendary creature, frog, druid, vigilance. Whenever Clement, the Worry Wart, or another creature you control enters, return up to one target creature you control with lesser mana value to its owner's hand. Frogs you control have tap, add, forest, or island. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. 3/3. Good creature control. Being able to bounce is nice. Hmm. 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 I guess I'm kind of running out of steam too. Cool. All right. Clement the worry what? Are you worry what? Worry. Yeah, it's somebody who over worries about everything. I should probably just put these in blue brown. Frogs. Hmm. Oof. Oh, whoa. Look at that title. Just Clement the Worrywart. I overly worry for sure. Huh. It's nice to have bounce. Bounce is good. Um, okay. Wow, I have gone completely quiet and I'm completely out of energy, so I need to take a break. Clement the Worrywart is there. Let's do one more thing. I'll be sending off this Kylar Zephyr Awakener to somebody today. So I might as well do a farewell really quick. Goodbye to Kaikar Zephyr Awakener. Going to a person who bought it on eBay, and it didn't make it the first time, so I am resending it. Actually, this is a different card even. I have to send a new card. At least I had a replacement, so hopefully they'll get it and they'll be happy. So sorry about that. It's on its way. All right. Thank you all for your time, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Got a few other things to do today. I'll be back tomorrow to do more of this. Actually, this is kind of a fun day for me. I mean, terrible day for opening packs. Wow, just garbage. The original, and then the original 900 cards that didn't pan out very well. There's 900 commons and uncommons, which were terrible. No rares whatsoever. Already picked through for sure. And then we have Kaikar here. Yeah. Also, the Bloomborough opening and the other opening, all bad luck in terms of what we drew. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, good times. Hope you have a great day.